Hello, 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 everyone. How is everybody doing? Happy Sunday. We made it to Sunday. We crowned the week. I hope everybody's doing well. And I don't know why I don't see the chat. Let me see. Yeah, I don't see it. Why? Hi, Sarah. I can't find my chat. Hold on. I see it through the phone, but I'm not through the other. I see it through the screen on the phone that I'm recording, but I don't see it through the other one. Okay, it came up finally. Okay, is there? Hi. Glad you're here. Are we with a good shot? Yes, I think we are. How are you, my girl? How are you? I'm gonna put these things away because I think the month of July has been a portrait month for me, and I'm loving it. I am away dog sitting. Yes, you did tell me you were gonna do that. Hold on, let me get my coffee. You did tell me that. How is it going there? Are you relaxing? Mm. I'm still drinking my first cup of coffee. Ugh. Well, it's 8 p.m. a.m. Sorry. And I was thinking to finish. Yes, very relaxing, she says. Millie, hi. Good morning, my friend. Lurking today. Work. Yes, I understand. That is perfectly fine. I need to finish this one. Where is it? I need to finish this one. I need to work on this. I thought it was feathers because usually they have feathers, but I don't think they are, or are they? So I don't know if I should make them feathers or continue making them leaves. Um, so I need to finish that one. Then I started this one. Hi Kim, my girl, how you doing? I started this one. I will color as feathers. Yeah, about that. I'm not that good at feathers, but we'll try. We'll try, definitely, maybe. Hi, View, my sweet girl. How are you doing? And then the next one is this one that I started it last night while I was watching Annika. And I really love the way her skin came out. Yeah, I really, so let's go ahead and try to finish the other one before we move on to this one. Like I said, this month has been mainly portraits because that's all I'm in the mood for. So what is happening in your neck of the woods? Let's try this one. Hand music. Hi, welcome in. Welcome to my Sunday Fun Day live stream. I hope you are going to have fun here, and I hope you stay. Cheryl, hi. How you doing? Okay, let's see. I need a green for that one, but I want a good green, like maybe this one. Yeah, and maybe. So you already have some soft all pastels layer underneath. So I will need something maybe darker blue, like a really dark blue, like maybe this one. Let's try those three. Maybe, well, I don't know. I was thinking of adding some pop of color in there, but no. And let's put the stuff over here. So let me see if I can control this to where, yeah, to where, so to where I can see the camera and how it's working, but not too close, because when I get it too close, that's when it starts fussing up the picture. I realize that's what's going on. Hmm. Can everybody hear me all right? All right, let's sharpen these babies. There we go. Very nice page. Thank you. Working in Fairy Tale World, Sagen by Maria Troll today. What's everybody else working on? Yes, I like to see. Sis Audrey, Color View, Sarah, and Hank and Kim. Okay, good. I, I haven't had the desire to work on anything but portraits. That's what I was saying earlier. In the month of July, it's like I don't, I'm not feeling anything, and I need to finish the the page. This is not gonna look good. I can really tell it's not gonna. I need to finish the page for Joe's collab, and it's not that much, but I still got time. I mean, she's not due until August 15th, so I still got a couple of weeks, and I'm almost done. I don't have the book over here to show. Let's make the edges blue. Yeah, this is not gonna look like feathers. I already messed up by putting that green underneath. And says, I'm working on my project book, Special Portraits from Hatchet Heroes. I never heard of that one. Then again, there's so many books I haven't heard of. And it's not that they're not famous, it's just that I've been having my head in the sand for a long time. Ah, it's a color by number. Okay. You're not cheating, you're coloring. No, you're coloring. Whether it's a color by number or not, it's still coloring. Life is exciting as you want to make it. Correct. Life is all about how you make it. So Sarah, what did you take for your little your weekend house sitting, your daughter's house? What did you take with you as coloring? Elis, hi, you're here. Okay, so Cher says, believe it or not, Hayne, that's how I first began to become aware of the depths of color, shadows, and highlights when I was a child. Elis, He says, hello, gonna be quiet for a few minutes, gonna drive home from the grocery store. That's perfectly fine. Yeah, I don't want you to put yourself in danger just because you're here. So go ahead and lurk away. Sarah says, at least 10 books. I'm here for a week. Oh, good. You're for a whole week. Wow. That's a long time. Which books did you take? Did you? I can't believe this month is already over. Like, we only got like 4 days left. Hence, says, I brought inklings so I can learn how to draw and shade with pencils. Sharon says, 2 month birthday bash sharing with July sisters too. Okay, yeah. Like Joe said, and celebrating birthdays could be exhausting. Okay. Even though I didn't quite celebrate the whole month, this month was weird, full of unexpected situations. So I didn't get to do the whole month celebration like I usually do. But that's okay. I'm already tired. Yeah, let it be over. Let it be over. I'm tired. Where's my coffee? Okay, here it is. Okay, I think I could be a little more in focus. Maybe there. Yep. Sarah says Wildflower Folks, Fairy Tales and Folklore, Fantasy World, and 200 Cousins, and more. Well, those are excellent choices. Excellent choices. But you know what? I didn't do that. Let me see if I can do it. Where's my other phone? Hold on. I'm gonna put it on Concord that I am live right now. Um, I was gonna do it and then I forgot. So I'm gonna go ahead and share and add it to Concord. Concord or Discord, Discord. Ah, I keep on saying Concord instead of Discord. Hold on, so that will be stream now here. Okay, here it is. Live stream now. It, who else is already in the Concord not Concord, Discord that color bumblebee Concord grapes Discord. Hi Jess. Yeah, keep on saying conquer. It is discourse. This who else is in the Discord? The coloring bumblebee created for the coloring community. But I have an absent-minded brain. If you guys don't know that, you're in good. I just added there. So if anybody, where I put that streaming now, or there's another place as a stream room. I don't want to go there. Eh, and there is a spot called art tags for stream that you guys can send your art tags if you want. If you're working on something and you want to share it. And I think Jess could explain it better because Jess and Auntie Chris were the ones that created the place. I'm just barely using it. Thanks for the Discord notification. I realized you were streaming. See, it works. Thank you, Jess. I forgot and I thought about it last night when I went to bed. I need to put it there, but I forgot until now. I mean, but I haven't been on for maybe 14 minutes, so it's not that long. But yeah, Jess can explain it better. Hmm. So there's several of us are already in there. So if there's something you guys want us when we are streaming, if you're already in Discord and you want us to share it, then we can do it. Just send it through there. Or to me also, you could also send it through my IG account if I don't have access to the Discord. Because I logged out when I got the new phone. And now I can get logged back into my new phone. But of course, I'm using it to record, to go live. So I can use it anywhere. So I had to use my old phone, which my old phone works with Wi-Fi. So I can still use some of the apps that are there with Wi-Fi. Okay, so Jess are saying the art tag section is simply a place to share anything while another person is streaming and they can share it on the stream. Yeah, you explained it a lot better, sweet girl. I knew I could count on you to explain. So what are you up to today? And what are your plans for the week? This is the last, can you believe it? This is the last week of the month. Whew, it went fast. It went fast and it went slow. Hi, Mimi. Hi, how are you doing? Thank you for coming in. I adore you being here. She says, good morning, Andre. Good morning, everyone. Not quite looking like feathers. Cheryl says, nothing like starting the week with our siblings. Mimi says that is gorgeous. The background is smooth. The background I did it with acrylic markers. And it's like 3 or 4 layers. The first one always looks rough. The second one smooths a little bit, and then the third and fourth makes it shiny. It's not really looking like feathers, but it'll do. Okay, let's add some green just to smooth it over. How is it looking in the screen? It's looking fine. I always worry that I come out of focus and I'm not center. Add colors, hi. So glad you're here. Dawn, hi. So maybe says, how is your day going, Audrey? I watched your newest video and it was really good. How love how you did the birds in all black. Which video I have birds in all black? I don't remember which video I have birds. It might have been the old one. Okay, all right. I don't. Yeah, it might have been, and it might be that old that I don't remember it anymore. Nice picture, says Dawn. Thank you, sweet girl. Thank you, thank you. You guys are so nice. Um, okay, I got a little deeper. So let's see if I can deepen the blue. What book is this? Says, uh, this is Midnight Masquerade by Hannah Carlson. Mary, hi. I'm so glad you're here. Yeah, Midnight Masquerade by Hannah Carlson. And like I've been saying, I've been on a portrait thing this month. You know what? I'm thinking, I think next week or maybe the following week, I'm going to do my July finished pages. And it's going to be pretty much all portraits. I think one or two are not. The rest, they all are. Eye color says, awesome. I have not yet done a single portrait by Hannah because I'm scared. What are you scared? You can share your fears here. Maybe we can help. I feel like her style calls for realistic shading, and I'm not great at that. Um, I don't want to. I gotta put it. It's my own channel, so that will be kind of like bad if I say something about my own channel. But I just made a video which is out already, and I put it I think Monday. And if you want to find you want to do realistic or more not realistic or more smooth shading portrays, maybe watch that video that I did on soft oil pastels. That's a really good video for that. And then I have another coming up tomorrow uh, about how to do that. And the one for tomorrow is about Amazon paper, but it's gonna have a portrait in there, and maybe that'll help you find one that is not like the best, and that you don't mind ruining it in case you feel like it doesn't come out good, and just try it. I mean, and that's the way we can overcome fears, just by trying it. um she says, I feel her style calls for realistic. Yes, I did read that already. Awesome, I'll check it out. Jess says, nothing wrong with shameless plug. Yeah, just yeah. I just found for me, because I have this thing in my head that I want to see everything so smooth. Like, I don't want to see streaks. That is my own style, and it's okay for others if they like it like that. It's fine. I actually don't mind it when I see it in other people that their coloring has streaks, because it's their style and I think it's beautiful. But for me, I don't like it that much. That for me to do it. So when I found that I could do it with soft oil pastels, I was over the moon, because it makes it look so smooth and so even that you know is great. Cheryl says, takes a lot of practices. I watch Audrey practicing for months. I'm good at drawing in scenery, but I'm still learning portraits. Hope that makes you feel better. That's really nice, Cheryl, you saying that. Fair, I just feel like messing up a page is an insult to the artist sometimes. And I know they probably do not care how we color their pages, but still. Right now, I'm doing a little mayo page, and I'm sharing, shading is all over the place, but it's fine because it's so cartoony. Yeah, well, that's the way I have learned. I mean, you're not going to become like an expert over time, like Sharon said. I have been, and I still don't think I'm good, but it's all trial and error. Let me get some coffee. It's all trial and error, and that's the only way you're going to learn. And I even make mistakes right on the screen, right here, and I own up to it. But that's the way I learn. And then the next time I remember, okay, that's what I did wrong in my eyes. It might not be right for somebody else. And I try to adjust. Okay, so I feel like that is good enough for the feathers. They're not very feathery, because I I put them as leaves instead of feathers, but they're good enough. Um, Just as best way to learn is by making mistakes. Then you know what not to do the next time, right? That's exactly how I learn. And when I make a mistake, even on a page that I really like, I actually now I like, great, I made a mistake, because now I can figure out how to fix it, and I can figure it out what not to do next. Uh, Cheryl says, speaking from one that had it, our sister buy one of my coloring page images. It's an honor just to have someone want to color or paint your art. That is great. Mimi says today I was gonna try and finish all my whips, but I have decided it's gonna be a fun day and I'm gonna color and play with watercolors. Yes, and watch lives. What better plan for the day? Hi, Ambien. Hi, hi, hi. I'm glad you're here. Um, Ambien says looks great, Audrey. Thank you. I feel like this is probably good enough for these feathers. I'm not gonna make it look any more feathery by trying to touch up more. Yeah, that's good enough. So we gotta do her eyes. And oh gosh, she only has one eyebrow. Ooh. Okay. Her eyes and her necklace. I goes fair. Just need to sometimes remind myself that messing up things does not mean I am garbage person. Not at all. No, 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 no. Don't ever think that of yourself. Because sometimes brains go like, oh, you can't even do something simple like coloring a page. How would you ever be able to do anything important? Oh my goodness, don't ever say that about yourself. Don't. And don't speak those words out loud because the universe has a way of hearing things and we don't want that. let's let's do her eyes and her eyebrows. I'm trying to make it to where you guys can see it better and I have a good angle for this. Okay. Yeah. That makes my heart hurt if you, and to hear that you have said that to yourself. Don't do it. Yeah, it says, I guess the universe had heard some crap in this house. Yep, don't do that. It's not that you're the only one that does it. I think we all done it in one point or another in our lives. But you don't want that vibration around you, person that you yourself are putting. So don't. Okay, so I feel her eyes should be like a combo of green and blue. What do you guys think? Ambien says, I saw something interesting this morning that said when we feel bad, we had to do something with our hands coloring. Just doing it is good for us. As if the universe just heard me, my pencil set was nearly kicked off my table by a very excited kitty who heard a feeder go off. Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna do a combo of green and blue for these eyes. So I'm gonna put a base of green, like a very light, a base of green. I'm not gonna burnish it, even though I really want to do it, but no, don't do it, Adriana, don't do it. So there. Hi, Chris, you're here. Hi. And it says she looks like a jazz age Portrayed. Yes, she's a flapper girl. She's a flapper girl. Okay, now I have a base of green, and with this one, and a very sharp pencil, I hope I don't mess up the point. I'm gonna start doing the lines for blue. Mhm. That's what I thought. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now let's add a little more of the green, like darkening the edges of the eye. Mhm. You're back. You made it safe to your home. I'm so glad. Hmm. Welcome back from adulting. Yeah, you were coming back from work, right? Okay, I need a black marker. Hold on, let me go get it. I think I have one here on the table. So a black marker and a white gel pen. And let's finish this eyes. And then we can move on to her head and to her necklace. Okay, so let's do it. I hope she doesn't look cross-eyed. And now white to give it a final touch. And there, her eyes are done. What do you think? What do you think? Mm, does it look all right? Okay, so let's do her neck. Beautiful, says Sarah. Thank you. Oof, that really is how it goes. I went for things I couldn't buy yesterday in taco sauce. Oh my God, that's great taco sauce. Um, I am thinking, yeah, I should do blue here. Nice eyes. Thank you. She looks lovely, said Ellis. Thank you. Let's do this part blue. So let's start putting a layer of blue. Super pretty address, says Marie. Thank you. Do I have, let me see if I have top messages of all, I need all messages. There you go. Wait, I don't miss anybody. I'm gonna do this. There. I don't want to get anybody dizzy by me moving this book. Ambient says, is the background acrylic brush marker? Yes, it is. It's acrylic pens. Good eye. I'm not smushing this time. I'm going soft. Ambient says, I like it, and I was going to ask print for first, paint first. Yeah, it's one of those acrylic markers. I don't have one around here to show you, but it's just a regular acrylic marker. Ela says, Ela says, reminiscent of the green that was popular around that time, just before that time, or just before that time. Yeah, I was trying to, I've looked at several pictures on Pinterest, and do I have them here? No, I don't have them in here. It's in the other phone. But I looked at several pictures of flapper girls from Pinterest. Let me see if I can do it from this one. Let me see. Uh, so I looked at these pictures, if you could see, and so I was trying, like, this is the one that inspired me the most because of the blues. And yeah, so it was those three. Yeah, this is the one that inspired me the most. So I wanted to do something. Her eyes really caught my attention, and that's why I did that. Yeah. Um. Okay. We're back to this. Okay. So that is the reason why I did it. And that's what I usually do whenever I want to color something, is I go through Pinterest and start looking for images that are similar. And then I pick one that I like the color palette, and I start going by that. Auntie Chris, my girl, you're here. Hi, 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 hi. Okay, I need another blue, but I need a lighter blue. Let me see. Let's do this one. There we go. There we go. This is good. This is good. Hey, Auntie Chris, how is it going with your internet? Have you figured out what's giving you trouble, or is it YouTube itself? Okay, so Auntie Chris is saying it's definitely my internet, but I've been sick for the last several days and haven't really been up by long enough to do anything or call anyone. Who is your provider, if you can say? I know I used to have AT&T, and then I had Comcast. Hi, Liz, you're here. Wonderful. Yay. Liz says, hello, hello. All, and of course, the wonderful Audrey. Picture is turning out beautiful. Well, thank you, girl. Okay. Well, Liz has been coming to my life for a few weeks already. Okay, so that part is done. Yeah, I think I should stick with the blue for these two parts so as not to saturate it with too much contrast. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna go ahead and sharpen these ones. Yeah, I don't want to saturate with too much color because then it looks like he'll start looking like a clown. That's not what I want. This is a clapper girl, not a clown. So let's do this. Auntie Chris had T-Mobile for cell and internet. We were using the 5G wireless gateway, but then Aaron wanted to switch to their fiber network, and it's been hell ever since. Oh, the only way I can reliable use internet is to use mobile data on my phone. Hmm. We are unlimited data, but I'm not trying to stream like that. Hmm. Yeah, I can understand your dilemma. Okay. Okay. Plus, if I use my phone to stream, I don't have any other device for monitoring the chat. Oh, okay. Yeah. What about your laptop? Can you monitor it from your laptop? I used to do that when I didn't have another device to do it. Or maybe even a tablet. That's what I do. In fact, let me see if I can take a picture and send it of how I'm doing it. Let me see if I can take a picture and then send it of how my setup is done. I'll put it on Discord if you guys are there. Oh, I can even show you here. Hold on. But I'll put it there too. So here it is. Let me see. That's how so I have this cell phone right here. And that's where I read the chat. And then I have my phone that I'm recording with on the top. And that's how I do it. And this is my third phone because, I just got a new phone last week, this month. So, and let me put it on Discord. And put it there. All right. So that's how I do it, and it has worked for me because I don't have I don't use that things that you guys use to stream with a webcam. I don't have that. I can use the laptop or tablet as long as the internet stays up. But since there is no guarantee of that, oh, okay. And you can't put your laptop on Wi-Fi? No, not on Wi-Fi. On your, like, you can share your data from your laptop, or is it just too much? I can, but I haven't tried, so I don't know if doing that will affect the stream. Yeah, that's kind of like a difficult situation, Chris. So I guess you do have to call the internet provider and find out what they can do. Good. Yeah, do that. Call them tomorrow and see what they can do and how they can fix it. Tell them you need it because you stream. Okay. Oh, wow, we already in an hour. This is going fast. And I've been doing that much. The shading really adds depth. Yeah, it does. It really does. Kim says your fiber should work better than that, Chris. You need to figure out this out for you if you're paying for this high speed. Yeah. Don't pay for something that is not working. So call them and make sure they fix it. Ella says internet providers can be the worst. Mom was charging me for a service I didn't even have installed. Yeah, I went through that in when I was in the United States. It was always a nightmare, and I work from home, so I needed very good internet, and it was. I finally got it. I think it was with Comcast because AT&T didn't do it for me. But it was a nightmare for a while because I had to work from home. The company was in New Jersey, so I needed good speed internet. I was zooming for meetings. I was doing so many things that were heavy loaded to the internet. I was logging through them. Like I had to get on my computer, log into the my job place, and then work. So it was very difficult at first. We finally got to figure it out. But you do need good internet. And when you're working from home and they're paying you to be at work and you're having internet issues, that's embarrassing. Okay, that looks kind of good. Okay, I think I might need another green. My daughter and her family moved to Texas this morning. They got there at 4 a.m. They drove from Virginia. Wow, where are they? You did say the other day they were moving. Are they in San Antonio, did you say? Okay. I need another green. Lighter green. This one. The child got quiet. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get my gel pens, my glitter pens to do the rest, and then we can finish this one. Okay, I'm back. Whew. What happened? Is everybody there? They got like, that's odd. Am I? Okay. I use gel pens all the time. Yeah. I use glitter pens for this type. Like her headpiece was done. Oh, was done. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, got, yeah. Her headpiece was done with glitter pens. If you can see that. And something's going on with my. It's okay. I can't either. Why is it that it's doing that? Let me see. Let me do this. Yeah, I think that's better. Somehow my. No, I don't want blue. I don't want. How should I do those beads? Let me think about how can I do those beads. Um, I think I'm gonna go for green for these beads and this on the top. Mm, and I'm going to go ahead and do this one. And then where is my very light one? And this one. I think there's two for the beads. Okay. Okay. Mhm. Yeah, I think that's a good one. So, and these are my glitter pens, my ZSCM glitter pens, if you guys can see. Yeah, because I don't want to be on top of the bead and then smear the glitter. Yep. Okay. Whew. Yeah, I think this combination is better than. And she already has a lot of gold in here, so I think I'm hoping I'm not making a mistake. So how's summer coming along over there? Are you still in the middle of the heat wave? And let's do the big cooler now. Sarah says it's getting cooler here, but right now I think I'm gonna have to go turn on the fan because I have all the windows closed so as not to have the noise from outside. I'm looking for a good color, a good goldish color to put in the string that connects the beads. And I'm not sure which one to do. I think I'm gonna go for this one. It's not really gold, it's more like a brownish. I hope it works. 74 and sunny in Maine today is breath of fresh air. I got all the windows open. Talking about windows open, I'm gonna turn on my fan because it's getting warm in here. I hope it's not too much noise. My fan usually doesn't have that much noise, but I am starting to sweat. And oh gosh. And sweating and coloring does not mix. Okay, let me see. Oh yeah. Let's do it this way. Like, I think this one. Even though we've been having days of 25, 26. And Colombia doesn't really have the four stations. We only have summer and winter. And winter is not like in the USA or in England to where you get snow. No, we don't get snow over here. Um, this looks like this could be like a metal piece. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and do it that way. So Kim says, Auntie Chris, sorry I'm responding so late after your message. It usually is faster and more reliable. Something is wrong. I had a problem when I started the pandemic teaching. Oh, a lot of people have problems there, girl, because everybody was using it. There was a demand a lot higher than it had been in the past. That's when I started working from home in 2020. I really don't want to smear it, and I did it. Oh gosh, I did it. Let me see if I can fix this. Oh man. Hi Jen. I'm so happy you're here. Let me try to fix this because I was saying I need. Oh gosh. Whew. There. There. I fixed it. With the software pastel. Yay. Let me do this. I'm sorry I had to cover her face, but I am messing it up. Kim says, enjoy Millie. It's gotten hot here again, but air quality has been good. Good. It's only 8:15 and I'm nursing my first coffee. Oof. Another coffee sounds really good. I don't want to rub anything. Good, you fix it. Look good. Yeah, I love, and I have fallen deep in love, head over heels, for working with oil pastels, because look at that. I don't think I could have fixed it if it had been something else. But I picked up all the green glitter that was in her neck. So, yep. Let's do this. What fix? Oh no, glitter now. Yes, I'm working with glitter pens, and that's what I rub against her neck. But it's fixed. It's fixed. I should have started on this one, because that way I can go this way. Oh, bye, Dawn. Thank you for coming. Yeah, I'm going to turn it around because I don't want to smear that one. And I'm going to start on this one. And Oh, sorry. I think I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry. Oh man, I think I should put a line here. Probably. Thank you. Thank you, Sarah. I must be getting some sort of dust or something. We are almost done with this one. And we can call it on this page. I'm back, says Sheriff, from being temporarily busy. Oh, no worries. I do that sometimes too. Mm-hmm. Oh. Mm. Yeah. This is another one of my beloved supplies. My never failing glitter pens. So what are your favorite supplies that you always reach for when you're coloring? Let's talk about that. I really love the way this portrait is looking against the color of the matte background. Hi Mandy, you're here. Thank you for coming. Welcome, welcome, welcome. She says, good morning, Audrey. I hope you're having a great coloring day. And I am. Coloring by Kay, you're here too. Welcome. She said, wanted to share a tip with you on using oil pastels with Gamsol Mineral Spirit odorless and Q-tips is great way to spray color for the background. I thought I'd share it with you. Thank you, thank you. I read your comment earlier, but I was getting ready to come live, so I didn't have the time to respond. But it is great. Yeah, for I don't have Gamsol mineral spirits, and I cannot get it in Colombia because it's one of those things that cannot be shipped here, and the government doesn't allow it. But I have other stuff that are similar. I just don't like the way they react because it's not really Gamsol mineral spirits. I have other kind of spirits, and it just doesn't give me the same results. But it is great if you do have it. Yeah, if you have it, use it because it does work here. I used to do it when I lived in the States, and I used to do it for blending, mainly on Prismacolors. That's when I used them. Um, the Straits ink oxidized too. Mandy says, sorry I'm late, just woke up. It's 10:30 a.m. Yeah, it's 9:30 here. Sarah says Primacolors and Neocolors. Yes. For now, it's Brew Founder of Mao acrylic paint markers. But I just getting into the coloring focus. I used to do coloring only, then started doing alcohol markers and practicing. Yeah. Supply I always reach for. There seems to be for at least one intense pencils. You know, I ordered the six. It was the set of 6 for intense. I haven't even tried them yet, and it's been like a month since I got them. Maybe over a month since I got them. And I just ordered the 6 because I wanted to see if I like them, but I haven't tried them yet. But the tip that Color K said is, I think is good. If you have access to that, try it out. I don't want to smear this one. Lately, the thing that I reach for, it never makes it back to the closet where I store things, is of course my sulfur pastels. And I've been using a lot of my polychromos and my glitter pens. Those are the 3 things that never make it back to the closet. Hardly ever. Mandy says, I just finished one of my whips yesterday in Kawaii Terra by Lulu Mayo. Send us a picture through Discord or to my Instagram. Okay, now let's do the, okay, I have one here. No, not that one. This one. Yep. Okay. Put this away. Ooh, I'm dropping everything. All right, let's do a couple of white gel pen highlights and we're done. Oh no, we're not done. Goodness gracious, she's gonna go browless. Hold on, where is it? Let's use this one. let's use this one. She has one eyebrow. Look at that. She isn't finished. Again, drop everything. I have butter fingers. Jess says I'm heading off now. She looks gorgeous. Well, thank you for coming and spending this time with me, Jess. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a great time on your live stream. I fell. I'm sorry. I dropped everything with my butterfingers today. I need to get a brown pencil. This one. Whew. I really don't want to smear anything. Let's do this one. Let's do this one to blend it together. Okay, now we could do highlights. Okay. They got 30 minutes. I don't want to smear anything, so I'm going to start this way. I'm going to be cleaning out my garden today. Nice. Nice. Okay. And let's put this here. And let's do oh, here. Okay. And now we need a black pen for these things that I erase with the acrylic pen. So let's do this. So I erased those when I was putting the acrylic marker, and I'm going to bring this back because it's very light. Okay. I think the front needs it the most. Oh, your front garden. Let's get a little bit darker here. Okay. And let's do this one. Okay. This one is done. What do you guys think? Finished that, Flanagan. Done it. Now we can move on. I don't think we're going to be able to finish the other one, but we could definitely work on it for a little bit. I'm going to put this one to dry over here in the table, and then I'll come back with the other one. Fabulous flapper. Thank you, Sarah. Yes, I did love that one. Even though I was kind of not knowing what to do. Where's the other one? No, in this one. I think it's in this one. So I started this one yesterday. And I'm thinking we can continue with this one. We could start doing all the pencil work on top since I let it dry. It feels dry. I don't think we're gonna mess it up. So we could start doing some of the pencil work on top of her skin. And I got this one. So let's start with this one, which is a light one. You're becoming such a pro with the oil pastels. Yes. Yes. I am, and it's because I love it. So let's give this girl some definition. There is another video coming out tomorrow, which will be my very first episode of a new series that I'm making called Mastering Soft Oil Pastels. And tomorrow's episode is going to be about working on Amazon paper. Marie says, do you spread it with anything to dry it, Adri? No, I don't. I let it dry overnight. Like, I let it dry for some hours. And then I can go on top. And right now, it's still going to be waxy a little bit, but it's not going to be sticky or anything like that. And that's why I use a harder pencil when I come back on top. Because I can manage it better. But this one I did it last night, and this is I was aiming, and I'm not quite sure if you could see it through the camera. But I was aiming for not a very white skin, but more of a darker, but not a very dark skin, like in between. Maybe like me. No, I'm a little whiter than her. That's what I was aiming for, and I did love the results. And I can show you what I used on her as far as the colors of how I did it. But I'm gonna have an episode where I show you different type skins. But this is the one that I did yesterday, and I started with this one. Yeah, kind of like an olive tone skin. I started with this one, and I don't have names because I don't buy professional soft oil pastels. So I based it with this one. Then I did the pink. I did it all over. And then I came out with the pink, and I did it with this one, which this one does have a name. It's called Light Berry Pink. And then once I did that, I came in on top of it with this one all over. And this is like a flesh color. And once I did that, I came in with this one, and I started doing shadows all around it. And then I blend it. So I put a blend, I add color, I blend. Then I came in with a darker color. It was this one. And I added more depth and blended. And then I came in with a little bit of this, you can see. And I went really, really deep in here in these areas. And then I blended. That's how I did it. And that's how I came out with this beautiful olive skin. And now it's just retouching little areas. You know, it's so well blended, you don't really have to put that much pencil on it. I use Q-tips to blend. That is my preferred method. Now, if you can find something that works better for you, go for it. I tell you how I do it, but I don't say you have to use this method. You have to use Q-tips because you might find something that works better. For me, that works great. But in tomorrow's episode, I do the whole process in a lighter skin on Amazon paper. And you'll see how that one comes out. I hope you guys check that one out. It comes out at noon my time. It's not going to be a premiere, just for those that think that no. It's just that I schedule it to come out at noon. Okay, let's do her lips. No. Hold on, I gotta get rid of this glitter pens from my table. And I can start looking for my pencils for the lips. Kind of reorganize a bit because I have a mess. I hate it when I'm working with a mess because I can't find nothing. Okay, so let's do lips. And for lips, I like this one. And I like this one. And this one. Let's see what's... Oh, I see a lot of Q-tips used. Even color in place, I'll start there. Yeah, I really like the way, because you're able to control it. Okay, so let's start these lips. as you can see, I have a little base of pinkish in her lips. And you don't need, if you already have soft oil pastels, then use those. But if you don't have them and you want to buy some, don't buy the most expensive. I go for cheap. You don't need expensive. And make sure it says buttery or velvety. Yeah, you don't need to buy expensive materials. I mean, the most expensive are going to say that they're light fast, but you don't need that. You really don't. And this one has so many layers of pastels blended together. Like, I think I probably did about 5 layers of soft pastels. Okay, her lips are a little better. I think I went too much pink in here. I might be able to fix it with this one. Okay. So I'm wondering what to do with her hair. We could blend the soft pastels in her hair and then work it. But I don't want to go a very deep brown because then it will be like almost black when I start coloring on top. So I'm gonna go with something like this. And here's where the magic starts. Work sections. Okay. And this is a great technique if you don't want to use alcohol markers as base. And I think this came about because I didn't want to use alcohol markers because I'm not good at using alcohol markers. And I didn't want to use them. And not only I'm not good, but the feeling it gives me when I put the pencil on top, and it might be that I am OCD, I'm whatever you want to call it. It just gives me that icky feeling when I put the pencil on top of something that had been wet before. I cannot explain it. There must be a scientific name for that because it always happened to me. That's why I don't like it. It's not that it doesn't come out good. It does. It's just that I don't think it's good. Either you do Do you ever scratch into the paper to create highlights? It's very satisfying. Yes, you could still do that. You could do that. I haven't done it, but that can only be done if you leave a thicker layer of soft or pastels, which I don't. Like I say, this is not being used the way a typical artist will use the soft or pastels, because it's not. This is being used to leave a very thin layer of the waxy pigment, and I think that's why I use Q-tips, because I don't. Yes, for fur and for hair, that technique is good, but only if you leave a lot um, of the wax in it, and I don't. Makes sense. I think I'm incapable of doing anything with light layers. No, you're not. Don't say that. I'm not gonna go all the way to the ends. One, because I don't want to stain the paper, and two, because I don't want to. Because I'm gonna use pencils, so those areas can be very well defined with pencils. And I go through these things. Like I bought the other day, I went to the store and I think I bought 4 or 5 of these little things. So I go through that a lot. Oh, I did go over it. So my technique is so much different than what an artist, and I'm not gonna say true artist, because I've been told by people leaving me comments that I shouldn't say that I'm not an artist. But I'm not working the traditional method of artist on soft pastels. I'm doing my own thing. That's why when I go try to find tutorials of how to use them, I don't find anything that applies to what I'm doing, because it is not anything anybody else is doing. Coloring is artistic. Yes, I I said something like that in my last video. If you guys saw it, I don't know, Auntie Chris, if you saw my last video of Sephora pastels, and I said something about that not being an artist. And I got a beautiful comment from a lady that has a degree in fine arts. I have a beautiful comment telling me that I shouldn't say that about myself, because I am. And that she watched my technique and she loved it. So I should not say that anymore. Oh my God, even like that, it looks beautiful. I am loving these books. I am absolutely head over heels in love with these books. Of course, I saw it. It inspired me to do a page with softball pastels. I show it to you. Yes, I did see that one. But I thought you were saying you were talking about because that's not the first time I talk about it. I have done several things. I'm gonna have to turn this around because I don't want to stain anything, and I need to work on this area. I thought you were talking about how I have done this too on live stream, so I thought that's what you were talking about. Yeah, but that was a beautiful comment on how she perceived my comment. Oh, wow. Let's do this area. So watch out for tomorrow. I'll get that other video out. And that one deals specifically with Amazon paper because so many people have those beautiful portrait books that are Amazon paper and they just don't know how to go about it. At least I hate Amazon paper with passion. And I really like the results. I tried to see all your videos. Yeah, so sweet. Yeah, I know you do. I know you and Sarah watch all my videos. Yeah, I'm just gonna go over to this one since I'm already almost in the 2 hour mark. But I'm gonna finish this, and since this has to dry it up for at least 3 or 4 hours before I can go on top of it, so that will be a good point to stop the live stream. Sarah says, I am your stalker, Audrey, because I want to color like you. You're so sweet. Thank you. I love the way you color, girl. You do some stunning stuff. Okay. And move it this way. No, Sarah doesn't have a YouTube channel. But she does have an Instagram with a lot of followers. So it looks a little patchy, but that's all right because I'm gonna try pencils on top. Let's see if I can do a little more. No tech skills. You're right. You know, if you have an account, a YouTube account, at least um, still photos or shorts, which can be done too easy. Like put your put your pictures into CapCut and then do a short, or even you or even what I do for my shorts is that I create them in TikTok and then I put them on YouTube. That's all I'm using my TikTok not lately for. It's just to create shorts. This one had that other color in. Okay. And now I want to make it too messy because I need to come back with pencils. I never ticked or talked. That's a good one. I used to I use the color blender like I have seen you in Color in Bliss. Oh, good. Okay, so I think that is it. We did her hair. We retouched a little bit of her face. Her face doesn't need a lot of retouching. Let's see if I can do this. If I can use a little bit of this to do that. Her face doesn't need a lot of retouching. I better be colored. Yes. Yes, you know I did a schedule because I've been so concentrated on the channel that I am not paying attention to my body, in the sense that I'm not working out as much. I'm not going to the gym as much, and I need to. So yesterday or the day before yesterday, I created a schedule to where I still spend 3 days a week at the gym, and then I can spend 2 days a week behind the camera and recording videos, and the other 2 days coloring. So I can have an all-around schedule that I can use to my benefit, in the sense that I could start working out again and taking care of my body, and also start uh, continue paying close attention to the channel and to what I upload and to what I color. And I think that is going to work. So the next few weeks, until I get settled into my new schedule, I might be spotty into Instagram, because I want to spend that time trying to work out again. I need to work out, girl. I need to. And of course, eat well, and then have the time to record, edit, upload, and then for my live streams. And also color, because if I don't color, then I don't have nothing to show. Anyway, so that is all for today. Thank you for coming. Let me read the last few comments that I missed. And you can say that if you go to your account page, press the plus button and choose post, upload photo, and submit Zoom. And share said over the coloring pencils I post later this week. Then I get more done. Takes out some of the graininess. Yeah. I need a 9-day week just to fit all my coloring hobby stuff. Yes. And you welcome, Auntie Chris. You welcome, Millie. So have everybody. Want everybody. Sorry, I got hiccups. To have an amazing week next week. Take care of yourself. Take care of your body. Take care of your coloring, and have fun. And that's the best thing we can do for these hobbies. Just have fun. So love you all. Bye. Ciao.